ears. You're not gonna like what I gotta say. Lil Peep's music is shit. It's doo-doo. I'm sorry, man. I had to say it. It's just been itching my neck for the longest time. I have listened to too much Lil Peep. Too much. And I can confidently...
The thing is, that's a name I don't hear that much about no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of forgot about him, but when we talking about legendary, whenever there's like a random list or whatever of hip-hop artists that have passed away, we usually hear about Lil Peep a lot. But now in 2022, you'll hear Dolph, you'll hear King Von, you'll hear Mac Miller, you'll hear Juice WRLD, you'll hear XXXTentacion, you'll hear Nipsey. You don't really hear Lil Peep's name no more. I kind of forgot about him. You know what I'm saying?
Say I do not like this man's music, and I tried to like it. I did.
Actually, the last time I heard Lil Peep name was, what was the name of that song? It was a Migos song. And it was like Quavo apologizing, saying that he wasn't throwing shots at Lil Peep and that he would never do that or something like that. Was it on Culture 3? It might have been. It might have been. I think it was a song on Culture 3 where he was talking about Lil Peep. That was the last time I heard Lil Peep's name ever mentioned. And I think that was the last time people even talked about Lil Peep, was because of that song, you know?
Really just not for me. It's just too emo. And it's not like I can't get into emo music. The Black Parade is pretty good. But when listening to Lil Peep, it feels like in all of his songs, it just sounds the same. Through my ears, the average Lil Peep song sounds like this.
Cocaine, cocaine, swallowing these pills like lo mein. Cocaine, cocaine.
I don't know, man. May he rest in peace, and he was gone too soon. And if you think he's a legend, then good for you, and I wish you the best. But he ain't for me. The song with him and X was good though. You know that song? Come, let's watch the rain as it's falling down. That song is pretty good, making me feel like Marilyn Manson. And that's the only Lil Peep song I like, and that's really all I have to say about everything. I feel like my point has hopefully been understood by y'all. I know there's a lot of artists I didn't really talk about, like Amy, Mac, Nipsey, MJ, or even Pac and Biggie. They're all great, especially MJ and Biggie. And like I said for the millionth time, may all these artists rest in peace. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. In conclusion, comment your favorite artist that has passed, I guess. And eat your vegetables. Follow me on Twitter.
Alright, so that's it on that video. So, kind of what I started the video with is kind of what I'm about to end the video with. And a lot of this is media trained, label funded, just propaganda, I guess is the word. What a lot of people like to do, or especially labels, because this is mostly on death. But in my example, or in my point, it's more about an artist not being able to do what they once did. So it's whether they died or whether they went to jail. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, a label, what's the word? A label takes advantage of those situations and pushes it towards us to make us believe certain artists are legends, or certain artists are highly regarded more than they actually were. And that just drives us into going to listen to their catalog, which is going to drive up their streams, which is going to make the label more money, and the artist really nothing, because the artist passed away. And then with a lot of artists, especially nowadays, a lot of artists produce high amounts of music that they don't put it all out, but they have them all on hard drives and stuff like that. So a lot of labels will get access to the hard drives, and they'll just start throwing the music out there, or piecing together verses and doing this and that to keep capitalizing on the narrative or the idea that they themselves created for us to believe. So, for example, rapper A dies. Record label all of a sudden says, rest in peace to rapper A. What's some of the words they use? He was going too soon. Rapper A put out hits like this and this and this. Rapper A did this and accomplished this, and rapper A was on the road to do this, and rapper A was on the road to do that. He was definitely a legend. Rapper A, we wish you the best, blah, 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 blah. So then people who will feel sad or feel empathy or feel whatever towards that artist to be like, yeah, he most definitely was a legend, and wow, I didn't even know. Because sometimes they'll make things up, and since they make these numbers up or they do certain things, we can't dispute it. So we're like, wow, I didn't even realize. So they can make up that he did this, he did this, he did this and that. People are like, wow, I didn't even realize he did this. I didn't realize he did that. I didn't realize this and that. Let me go listen to his music so I can, you know what I'm saying, check him out. So then we go and listen to his music because, dang, he accomplished so much. Now we're listening to their music in the mindset of, dang, he's dead. Dang, he in jail. Dang, this and that happened. So I will never get this from him no more. So now we listening to the music with a negative / positive mind state. Negative because he died, but the positive mind state is whatever he did is great because he got this. They say he did this. They say he did that. Now we trick them believing maybe this music is good or dang, blah, blah, blah. Like we're more sympathetic. So we're more lenient towards that artist's music because they passed away. You know what I'm saying? So then we listen to the music. Now streams go up. This person's artist their stream shot up 300,000%. So now people are like, dang, his music blew up and his music wasn't that bad. He did this much after his death. Oh, he a legend now. And it's just like, no, they just, what do they call it? What is it called? Like, you know, when Gucci does some random racist, some random racist stuff, and it causes outrage. It's kind of similar to that. Instead of doing it to make people mad, they do it to make people sad. Yes, somebody dying is sad, but when they start attaching accomplishments and saying this about this artist and that about this artist, all they do is pique the interest of people to go and listen to that artist's music. Once that piques their interest to listen to that artist's music, their streams are going to go up. Once their streams go up, now they're going to report that their streams went up. Now that their streams go up, it's going to bring a whole lot of money to the labels, and it's going to make people be like, oh, he was a legend. Oh, he was a GOAT. Oh, this and that happened once he blew up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of trickery that goes on when an artist dies or when an artist goes to jail. You know what I'm saying? And consumers, us as consumers, we contribute to that anyways. You know what I'm saying? We contribute to it because every single time it happens, we go and we boost up that artist's streams, not realizing the artist makes nothing off of that. A lot of artists who pass away may not. There's some artists who own their masters and all the royalties will go to their family. But there was a lot of artists who aren't in that situation, who that money just goes right to the label. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you feel you're supporting that artist when you do that to their music, when you're only supporting the label. And now the label's looking back like, wow, we made this much money off this artist dying. We need to find another artist that is either in the streets that are going to go to jail or are super depressed that may OD and die. You know what I'm saying? And it creates a cycle of exactly where we are now today, where there's a lot of low quality music, but because the artist is in the streets or because the artist is on drugs heavy, they push them because, oh, if we keep pushing them and we put all this money, they're going to use this money to keep funding guns and do this and that. They're going to wind up in jail. The stream's going to go up. It's a cycle. It's a cycle that we kind of created because we started listening to music and boosting up artists off of sympathy and not off of how good their music really is. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. This is like a 3-part video or whatever. It's a reaction, but it's also kind of proving my point of what I'm trying to say as far as labels leech off of trauma. Labels leech off of certain predicaments that artists are put in through their life, or especially lower income artists are put in their life to where they may die or go to jail, and the labels feast off of that. When was the last time an artist blew up that, especially in hip hop, when's the last time an artist blew up that wasn't involved in the streets or that doesn't rap about doing drugs? Like Ransom? I mean, not Ransom, Lil Tecca. But does Lil Tecca really get a push like that compared to artists like Dirt, Young Boy, The Baby, Future, Lil Baby? Like, compared to artists like that who are involved or a part of the street life or may indulge in drugs, Lil Tecca doesn't get pushed like that because what does he really do that can really alter his life in a way where they can make money off him in the back end. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's the question I'm gonna end this with. What was the last artist that isn't in the streets and that doesn't promote drugs or do drugs that was actually pushed by the music industry? But that's it for me. Like, share, and subscribe for more content. We may come in with, we're gonna do more reactions, we're gonna do more sit-down discussions and all stuff like that. That's it for me. I'm out. Too sweet. Deuces.